As you grow older, memories grow more and more precious. I grew up in a small town, and that's where a lot of my memories come from that I'd like to share with my children and grandchildren. This little town was one of those towns with one gas station that had the the big old gas pump, the old type that was tall and you could see the gasoline in the top of it. You could go into the store and buy 1 cent candy or 10-cent bottles of pop. It had the old time pop machine where you had to lean down in the pop machine to get your bottle of pop and then open it on the outside of the machine. It also had like a little deli at the counter, and you could go in and order your sandwich, and she'd make it right there at the counter for you. In this small town, we also had an old drive-in Dairy Queen. My brothers and I would go as often as we could to get ice cream at it. While adventuring in this small town when we were younger, we used to adventure down into the woods. Just below our house was a hill with a freshwater spring that came out of it. We would follow that spring all the way to the lake. When I was young, I thought that's where Table Rock Lake came from. It started just below our house. One of our adventures when we were out walking in the woods, we ran upon a wild hog. That was scary. Some of the other memories that I have growing up in this small town is on Sunday afternoons after church, we would go to my grandparents and have a big lunch. Everybody would be there. When we was done eating, we'd either sit around the piano while my grandma played and sing songs, or listen to my grandpa and my granny tell stories when they were younger. One story that sticks in my head is when my grandpa was a little boy. He was playing out in the front yard. A couple pulled up and was looking for someplace to eat and asking for directions. Just so happened that my granny was making lunch and she invited them to stay for lunch with them. They had lunch, gathered their directions, and off they went. Now, this couple was somebody that my grandpa had never ever seen before. The way they dressed and their car had bullet holes in it. He just wasn't sure what to make of that. It takes a while for news to travel around those parts of the country back in those days. Eventually, they found out who this couple was. This couple that was so amazing to my grandpa, somebody that he'd never ever seen before. And the car that was crazy to him had bullet holes in it. Come to find out it was Bonnie and Clyde. Growing up in this small town, it taught me that you accept people for who they are. You never know a stranger. Everybody is your friend. I would never give up the times that I had going to the gas station, buying that candy, getting that bottle of pop, or going to the Dairy Queen and getting the ice cream cones, adventuring through the woods with my brothers. These are the things that made me who I am today. These are the times that taught me what it is that I know today and how to treat other people. I would never give them up for anything. Thank you. And my note card and my outline.